Good day everyone. Now let's have the continuation on the linked list operations. In this case, we have a doubly linked list and we created previously the operations, which is the add to head, which is my method name is add first, add to tail, which is my method name is add end, print head, print tail, print forward, and print backward. Now, let's add an operation which we create a method for remove from tail. So, public, we will be using void type for this method. Void remove from tail and here. So, the remove from tail, for example, we have to check if the list is empty. So, if the list is empty, and if the list is empty, then we can't remove from an empty list. So we just return a message which is the message is the list is empty. Then else if the list is not empty, we have to remove the pointer and put it to the previous one. So in this case, I have a doubly linked list diagram and I have 3 nodes and there is a head and tail, and this one point to null and this one is also a null. So the head is pointing to this node here, and for example I have a 500 value of 500, and so this one is located at address 500, and this one is 1000, and this one is 1500. So this content or the content of this one is 1000, and the address of this one is the previous node, which is the 500, and the content of this one is 1500, and the address of this node or this one is the previous node, which is the 1000. Now, now we'll let this tail here, but before that we have a tail which is the address is 1500, and we'll let this tail point to this node and make this link here point to null. So what are we gonna use to do is to make use of this one, which is the tail is equals to tail dot previous, so that it is alter pointer from 1500 to 1000. So at this time the tail now is pointing to this node, and so we must to do is to make this link to be null. So this one is pointing to this node, and this one is no longer pointing to this node. So now we must, or we'll all need to do is to make this link to be null. So we must use this tail dot next is equals to null, so that it will this link is to be null. So we go back to the code, tail, so it will say tail is equals to tail dot previous, then tail dot next is equals to null, then save, and we go to the main. So we must call to this method using this object list, that a method of remove from tail. So Control S and run. So here is the output. So I have a value or three values, which is the 10, 20, and 30. So I remove a value at the end. So the end value, which is the 10, so the display input or the output now is the 30 and 20, because it deleted the past tail, which is the 10, and now the new tail, which is the 20. So that's all, and thank you. Have a nice day.